biggest day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg alongside. And our sideline reporter tonight is Doris Burke. A contest in the West. We'll see if the Los Angeles Clippers can deliver the goods here at home. And this matchup with Los Angeles, hard to believe, just the first game of the NBA's 82-game regular season schedule. Last season, they won all 4 games, showing complete dominance.
Yeah, and they came out with a W every time they played this squad last year. A stark contrast drawn between the conference's haves and have-nots.
Guys, they deserve a lot of credit for not losing focus and letting one slip away. They came to play every time, and I expect that'll be the case tonight.
And now the Lakers starting group. Russell is out there with Clarkson. Then it's Roy Hibbert. Then it's Williams. And it's Kobe in at the 3. Well, Special K, so many records for Kobe, but one he set last season was most misses all time from the floor.
He passed the great Hondo, John Havlicek, for that title. I'm sure John doesn't mind having him pass him up for that
the
one.
Old Buckeye, you're right.
That's right, most misses. But you look at the players on that list, a who's who of NBA stars.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
At the line for 2.
And, there's all this talk about Kobe now being the leader of missed shots, having that record. But listen, the guys that are in the top 5 of that list, all Hall of Fame players. So you don't miss a lot of shots unless your team trusts you to take them, and you're pretty good.
No good on the free throw.
Hey, guys, a final thought on Kobe. I mean, all the players on that list were heavily leaned on for scoring. I'd take any of the top guys on that list over someone who's afraid to shoot the ball when their number's called.
And the Lakers making a change here. World Peace is checked in.
Lakers foul.
And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And it's Paul penetrating. And there's the feed to Stevenson. And stolen by Hibbert. World Peace with it. Now Pierce defending. Ryan against Jordan. Nobody near Williams. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Stevenson setting the pick for Paul. It's Pierce on the wing. Uncovered. Rebounded by the Lakers.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Or the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
Russell against Paul. Back to Kobe. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And World Peace kicks to Russell. And he overshot that one, missing.
Well, that's an excellent challenge right there. Good job contesting that shot by the defender.
And guys, the Clippers last year, they were okay against the Eastern Conference, but not spectacular. You would have thought that with how well they were overall, they would have just really feasted on the East.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Jang, he's checked in for Jordan. Crawford comes in for Blake Griffin. J.J. Redick's checked in for Lance Stevenson. And it's Austin Rivers in for Chris Paul. Back to Russell. And he gets it to go from the corner. As you said with the Clippers, Greg, they did decently against the Eastern Conference. But of the Western playoff teams, Clark, they had the second worst record against the Eastern Conference.
And, you know, things like that matter, Kevin. I mean, they struggled against Eastern Conference playoff teams, went only 6-10 against those teams last year.
Rivers passes to Redick. It's hauled in by World Peace. The Lakers in the lead. Al Russell. He kicks to Williams. To the inside. Hibbert dishes to Bryant. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Josh Smith, he's checked in for Paul Pierce. Screen by Smith. Rivers kicks to Smith. He used that pick to get in close.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
.41 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam. Well, Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control yet.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game, just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Whoa, that'll wake you up. My goodness.
Is he an athlete or what?
No doubt about it. It's almost as if he lives in the air, and dunks like that have become quite commonplace.
He dishes it to Russell. Left side, Bryant. And stolen by Redick. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Clippers lead by... Thanks for joining us in this Thanksgiving presentation of the NBA. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
It's been a point of emphasis, no doubt, to make sure they attack the rim offensively.
I love the fact they're not settling for outside shots. Keep attacking that rack.
Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. Crawford out there with Rivers. And it's Smith in the small forward position. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Pick by Griffin. Rivers passes to Jordan.
Two shots, gentlemen.
DeAndre Jordan has been extremely productive over 7 years. That makes it even more unbelievable that there was some question, Clark, as to his commitment to basketball coming into the league.
Yeah, you know, on talent and athleticism alone, he would have been a top 10 pick for sure, but he slipped to the second round, and he's made good on it, though.
Lance Stephenson's checked in for the Clippers. Paul comes in for Austin Rivers. Now the pass to Williams. Dishes it to Randall. 6 to shoot. Baseline jumper. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Paul Pierce is checked in for Los Angeles. Paul outside. The dish to Pierce. The three-pointer no good.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
Clarkson kicks to Williams. Pass to Dallenberg. Lakers passing it around. The shot by Clarkson, no good. The Clippers in the lead. Stevenson outside. Feeds it to Pierce. Kicks it out to Paul. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
On the wing, Williams. He's guarded by Stevenson. They double him with Jordan. Pierce with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Paul with the ball. Griffin dishes to Pierce. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Well, Paul Pierce hinted that he could hang him up soon. He had that amazing run. Has nothing left to prove in the NBA. And I would say, of all the players in last year's playoffs, had some of the most dramatic individual shots we have seen from one guy in a long time.
He did, and you forget, he's done that really over the course of his entire career.
Sure.
Just kind of funny to see him doing it in a Wizards jersey. But you talked about it. He's going to go down as one of the all-time greats, no doubt about it. So many big moments over the course of his career. And also, for all the kids out there, the best maybe footwork we have in our game, if you want to improve as a player, watch Paul Pierce's footwork.
Russell again. It's Paul. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Russell. And out of bounds is Los Angeles Kings possession.
I tell you what, he clearly had a brain freeze on that one. You might just as well keep going straight to the bench.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Jang, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Smith comes in for Paul Pierce. J.J. Redick's checked in for Lance Stevenson. And it's Austin Rivers in for Chris Paul. And then Griffin with the dunk.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Man, I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Williams from outside. Can't hit. The Clippers go the other way with it.
Well, the competitive nature was on display early in the career of Pierce. I mean, he has willed his teams to win his entire career and is baffled by anybody who doesn't want to win as bad as he does.
5 on the clock. Griffin goes in, and it's slammed in by Smith.
Boy, just a lovely dish by Griffin.
Russell kicks to Williams. Here's Kobe. Oh, yes, the turnaround.
And that competitive nature that you talked about with Pierce, that's really what sets him apart. He had so many great clutch moments in the postseason. Easily one of the most clutch players in recent memory.
Here's Redick. Offline with the baseline jumper.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Williams passes to Russell. Hibbert inside. He's against Jang.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
That shot by Griffin, no good. Now, here is Russell. Right side, Bryant. And stolen by Jang. He got it up. And we're through the first half.